So today I'm going to be double checking the hive that we pulled out of a house about a week and a half ago. I just want to check to see how they're acclimating and see if they've attached the comb that I put in the frames. So as you can see, the comb I took out, it was in the floor and wall of the old farmhouse. This is the hive we took out. As you can see, it's between two floor joists and underneath the window. So we had to take all that comb out and put it into frames. The comb's held in with rubber bands on empty frames. So I'm gonna just take the first one out here. And they don't really seem to have really done much with this one yet. But this is the edge. As you can see, there's some capped brood in there. I don't know if it's alive or not, or if it survived. I can't really tell. But I'm more concerned with checking the frames more in this area because this is where all the bees seem to be, and see if I can find the queen, which would be great because I didn't find it when we were taking the hive out. Or if queen died or we didn't get it, if any of the eggs that I put in there, if they've turned them into queen cells. Okay, right here, not sure if you can see because I can't really make out the screen through my hood, but these are supersedure cells right here. These are queen cells. They took some eggs or larvae and they're feeding them royal jelly to make a queen, and there is a queen cup right there, and you can't see, but there's a larva in there as well. So what that means is likely when I was removing the hive, the queen got squished or she didn't survive, but they are making a new one, so that is a good thing. So I should hopefully not have to worry about these guys. And I just saw a drone walking through too, so that's a good sign. So what I'm doing now is, now that I'm sure that there's at least the potential for a queen in here, so this should survive as long as the queens hatch out and start laying, and it's early in the year, so it's not a big deal. I'm just going through, and because they're kind of stuck together just because the comb, when I put it in there, it wasn't perfectly straight. It was just comb that was in a floor. They didn't have any guide, so I'm going through and just kind of cleaning it up so they stop sticking the comb together. Here's another frame, and look at all those bees. There's tons of bees in here still, and there's even more supersedure queen cells. So that's, I think, 6 or 7 I've counted now, but I'm not going to destroy any of them because I want to make sure the strongest queen survives. And what will happen is the first queen that hatches out, she's going to go through and she's just going to destroy these other cells. But I will keep an eye on them. And I'm not sure if you can see, there's a drone down there. That's that big bee that's bigger than everyone else. There's another drone right there. So hopefully they're going out and mating with my my virgin queen I have in my split, because these are really genetics that I want to save. Because they have survived 7 years without anyone touching them. No mite treatments, nothing. Even though this doesn't have a queen in it, there are enough queen cells, and I'm not worried. I think I counted 7 in total. And they should actually look like they're going to be hatching soon. Can't remember the exact number of days, but they were all capped. So hopefully within 2-3 weeks I can come back and check this hive and I'll have a laying queen. Hopefully this queen breeds with drones from this one, because this is my real good hive, and I should have some real healthy bees. So that said, now it's time to break into that one. I gotta pull out the mite patties I put in a week ago. This is gonna be fun. What I'm checking here is, the mite patties are between the 2 brood boxes, but I want to check. I put some, so when I did the splits, I took 3 frames out of this top box and I put empty frames in, so I want to see how they've drawn them out. And from what I can tell, it looks like they've drawn them out really, really well. And this was no foundation at all. I didn't even put a starter strip That's pretty good. They did a better job than when I used the plastic foundation. They weren't even touching it, so I just put empty frames in, and week, 2 weeks, there's comb, and I'm not sure if you can see, but there is eggs in there as well, which is good. That means my queen is laying wherever she's at. This one's not marked because I think the queen, they replaced the queen last year. She died or something happened because this hive was behind in the spring, even though it started out as the strongest, and then it picked back up after in the fall. But now she lays like crazy. This hive is full of bees. Alright, now let's get into the bottom box. Here's the middle of the box. Those are the mite patties. Some bird comb that fell off, and there are a lot of angry bees in here. That box is full of bees. This box is full of bees. But I got 2 honey supers on it, so hopefully that's enough to keep them from swarming. I might actually end up putting another one on, just because, like, look at the bees coming out. They're just absolutely packed in there. And I saw some queen cups, but there was no eggs in it, so I'm not going to worry about it. Because it's best not to remove them, because they'll just build them again. As long as they're not putting eggs in them, it's fine. It's a normal part of the hive. Well, I got them all together. I was going to pull some frames out from the bottom to look at, but they're just too many bees for me to mess around with them today when it's just by myself. I don't have someone to smoke as I'm pulling frames out to keep the bees under control. And yeah, they're pretty pissed. They just started pouring out of there after I got the top box out, so they're still on the side there. So they should all go back in. And this is the middle of the day when it's warm, when most of the forager bees are out, either robbing those boxes I have set out for them or foraging for pollen and nectar. So if there's that many bees in there right now, when a good majority of them are out flying around, can you only imagine how much there is in there at night? Yeah, so I might need to put another box on. I just didn't want to get in the bottom and look for queen cells right now because there's too many. Way too many. But I'll have to keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't swarm. And I'm not messing with that hive today. I did go in and I took some frames out yesterday because the wax was all messed up on one frame, and I replaced it with an empty frame. Saw the queen, treated them for mites, so I'll check on them again in a week and make sure she's laying, because there wasn't a lot of brood in there, but I think that's primarily because they were putting they weren't leaving her a lot of space to put brood in. They were filling it up, all their cells up with nectar. So, because for whatever reason they're staying right in the middle, and they're not going over farther to put the nectar in those cells. So I moved some of those empty cells that had nothing in them closer to the queen, so hopefully she can start laying in them now. Whew. Well, that's all for today. I'll have to come out to the bee yard in a couple more weeks and do another video to see how this one's going, see if the queen's hatched, and hopefully by then I can open up my split as well, and the queen should be laying in there. So, till next time.